I, M30, cut ties with my disabled friend, 28F, of 10 years last week, leaving her friendless. Did I make the right decision? I met this girl in 2016 when we were both in college. She liked me romantically and asked me out. I wasn't interested and declined. We used to hang out a lot on campus, and fell out of touch about a year later. In 2021 I had a crisis of faith and felt bad about some remarks I'd made regarding her sexuality years earlier. We didn't part ways on bad terms, but I still didn't want to leave things that way. So I reconnected with her over Facebook to offer an apology. Turns out she'd nearly died of cancer during the pandemic, and she hadn't heard from anyone outside her family. I was the only person to message her. She didn't even seem to care about my apology specifically, just happy someone remembered her. We chatted on and off for the next few years. At one point she said she still had romantic feelings for me, but felt it would be stupid to try and force anything and was happy just being friends. In 2023 she started attending some movie days with me and my other friends. But early last year things started to get a bit weird. I asked another girl out, and this girl got pretty jealous. Started exclusively calling her by her last name in messages to me. She also got upset people never wanted to do stuff in her town and dropped out of our Discord server. I felt bad and agreed to visit her monthly for games. She has no other friends and suffers from several disorders and disabilities. EDS and HS are the main ones. She's also underprivileged in a small town without a lot of opportunity. She can't drive and has to rely on her mom for everything. The visits went fine for a few months. But after our November 2025 visit she started ramping up the messages and getting really flirty. She's always a bit flirty with me, but this was getting to be too much. I send a gif of Rocket Raccoon, she took it as a sexual innuendo. That sort of thing. I tried to emphasize platonic friendship at every turn, but she kept taking every little thing as some sign of interest. Less than a year ago I'd explicitly clarified I was still just looking for friendship. In January I started backing off the messages, she immediately started making comments about it. I explained I'm busier and not on Christmas break anymore. Plus I like messaging more sporadically and don't like being super attentive to messages. She seemed bummed, but understanding. In February we had our final get-together. By this point I was getting pretty disillusioned with her and finding reasons to delay the hangouts, but she bought me a Christmas gift and I bought her something too, although by then I wasn't sure if I wanted to give it to her. Last week she told me she found a new group of gamer friends online. I congratulated her. She asked me about me getting together again, and I tell her we can try for late April or May. She starts giving short and snippy replies, clearly not happy about the lack of attention. I wished her good night, she just said, okay. That was the last message she sent me. The next morning I wake up, and she's changed her profile picture from happy girl next door to sexy somber selfie, something she does when she's upset, and changed her public Discord status to maybe I've been chasing the wrong J all along. Seems she's trying to imply she found another guy with the same initial in her new group and is trying to make me jealous. The whole situation seemed odd. This girl rarely seeks out social opportunities and when she does it never lasts long. What are the odds she not only happened to find a really nice group, but one with a guy she likes with the same initial as me? Not impossible, but seems fishy. I sat on it for a day and then blocked her on everything. I sent her a polite farewell message clarifying that I don't have feelings for her and am walking away from the friendship so to not keep getting her hopes up and dashing them. That was last Friday. I also feel like she's a relationship liability. If I start dating, do I want her in my inbox sending flirty messages? She can't even call a girl I asked out by her first name, I can't imagine. She'd react well to me dating anyone who's not her. Not only was she getting really draining with all the messages and refusal to ease up, but she was getting pretty obsessive over me too, to point it was weirding me out a bit. Like, she wanted my February visit to be a celebration of me. Her language was like that a lot, always calling me the only one who stuck around, and stuff like that. But over the past week I've had second thoughts. I feel terrible about leaving her friendless. I cried for 3 days imagining her sad and friendless with no one to confide in next time she ends up in the hospital. And I'll feel even worse if she dies friendless in a few years. Maybe I should have tried to negotiate a more platonic friendship before blocking her. Or just stuck to my guns on less messages until she got over it. I do enjoy her company here and there, and she seemed capable of just offering friendship in the past. I can be socially awkward and a people pleaser, so maybe I was leading her on more than I realized. She's generally known as a drama queen, and absolutely is. It's 100% her fault she has no other friends. But I dunno, I kind of see her POV her in a strange way. I already know what it's like to be an unpopular nerd who tends to get left behind and hit milestones late. Combine that with her physically debilitating disabilities and I get why she's a bit messed up. She can be fun when we're just talking nerd stuff, and I did feel some closeness with her. One reason I'm asking for advice is because I explained the whole situation to Google Gemini, and it was very insistent that she's manipulative and I should cut ties. But I need to consult some real people too. Feel free to ask any questions that might clarify things. TLDR, reconnected with an old friend, but the friendship became an emotional drain. After years of her ignoring my boundaries and recently changing her status on Discord to make me jealous, I cut ties and blocked her. Now I'm wondering if I was too harsh considering her personal struggles, or was cutting her off for the better. Submitted by /u/IndieJonas Jr.